now we're leading to the tail end of Toy Fair, and we have pretty much all the other stuff. So one of the things that we have to cover it is probably the only line that has been going strong pretty much since the movie started becoming really huge in like 2008, 2009, and has consistently, as a continuity and cartoon series, has gone on while everything else has kind of started and stopped. Rescue Bots is still trucking forward, and they had a whole bunch of stuff on display. Not a lot of crazy stuff worth mentioning, but this and that.
Hmm.
Some stuff that I do want to just point out, like they had their Optimus Prime Night Watch Rescue Bot, which is yet another retool of their T-Rex version of Optimus Prime that has a similar kind of engineering to the Chomp and Stomp Grimlock. It's a really big toy. It has, an ankylosaur and I guess some kind of Velociraptor Minicon partner.
I could
And
see
again,
you
very
buying it again and telling the agent the agent like, yeah, we went over across the border to buy some toys. Rawr,
uh,
rawr.
yeah. For what Wendell's talking about is
Customs
because
agent. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeez.
we were coming back from, was
TFCon
it
Chicago.
BotCon?
Uh,
Was it BotCon or TFCon? I don't
I think it
remember.
was TFCon Chicago. I want to say it was TFCon
Yeah, I think it
Chicago.
was TFCon Chicago. So we were coming back from it, and I picked up. Um,
We made it. We made a Target run.
we made a Target run, and I picked up that Rescue Bot dinosaur because I thought it was so cool. That first version. And when we got to the border, they asked us, "So what did you guys pick up?" And I don't know why. I just was like,
Well,
"Oh,
no,
we
I
got a
think I
di."
think we said we went for a toy convention, and the person, it was a Canadian guard, and they were like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, right." And then we're all like, "Hey, look, here's all of our toys," and you like did the like you made it open up its mouth like ah, and she's
yeah. I got a dinosaur.
and they're like so dumbfounded, like ugh, it's a bunch of nerds, just go,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
not even embarrassed by
We're
what
gonna
they
cavity
bought.
shirt. We're gonna cavity search that guy over there. But so anyway, so this is a retool of that larger dinosaur prime. The ankylosaur and the velociraptor transform into weapons for him, so like a little missile launcher and a shield. So that's pretty cool. Again, using that chomp and stomp kind of transformation, so it's very simplistic. Another cool one that they have here is the Rescue Bots Off-Road Hotshot.
Mm,
This is the first time that this character is getting a figure representation in the line, and it harkens very heavily to the original Armada Hotshot in robot mode.
yeah,
Right,
definitely.
right down to how the way that the chest is done, where it kind of has that rally
Boss.
belt assembly over his chest, like the way that the safety belt is.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Uh,
harness, the
yeah,
safety
the heads.
harness.
Like if you look at the original Hotshot Armada toy, it had a lot of that kind of racer-inspired kind of molding, and so same thing. The colors and just the way it looks. It's a really nice throwback to the original Hotshot. Obviously, the alt mode itself is a dune buggy and is a lot more red and a little bit of a departure from Hotshot. Although if you kind of look at maybe Powerlink's Hotshot, that was primarily red with a yellow kind of emblem on the front, being a hot rod homage. You could kind of maybe see that, but it's a really cool one, and this is going to be one of the larger ones that are the light up accessory ones, um, and so simplistic transformation too, but looks really cool. And again, this one kind of interests me because it's a return to form for Hotshot,
Yeah.
and pretty much I'm assuming it's Hasbro's way to go. Well, we're not doing with Hotshot. We're not doing anything with Hotshot with the Generations line or movie or anything like that. So we got to throw that name somewhere, and well, here we are. The last one I just want to talk about is the same thing. There's going to be a giant rescue bot, Rescue Guard Bumblebee, which is also going to be an electronic based one. Transformation itself is very similar to that of, let's say, the Gravity bots or something. Very simplistic. The alt mode itself is the same that Bumblebee has had all these years, but because it has a light up gimmick, he's going to have little sirens on pretty much his hood of his car, where just a little not too far off from where the side mirrors would have been,
Yeah.
and he's gonna it obviously is gonna be on his chest when he's in robot mode and have light up eyes. And he comes with two little minicon animals. In this case, it's a repaint of Sparkplug, which is excuse me, Fireplug, which is one of the dog Transformers. Unfortunately, it doesn't give a name of what the dog is here, or in this case, it's the bear. Um, the bear one. So,
Hmm.
but they also transform and turn into little weapons and accessories for him that he will be able to hold. Although there's no photos of what those turn into at the moment. So those are just three rescue bots that were
Um,
really interesting.
just to go back to the dog there, I
Yes,
don't know why, but the colors on it reminds me of that panther from the Beast Wars McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I see. Well, I see exactly what you're talking about because it has the red on
hmm
the legs and stuff, and there's a little bit of blue on the underside there.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it is
And
very
and
sim.
the white too.
Yeah, and the white also, the white axe. It is very similar. I do see it now that you mention it.
Hmm.
And you could kind of achieve that because the way that the Panther McDonald's toy, if you transform the robot mode arms
Yeah, around.
incorrectly in Panther mode, you get the red on the outside.
Yeah, but that's
So
the
yeah, I do
vibe I
see it.
get
It's
from
pretty
that.
cool. I didn't notice that before. Maybe I'll do that. I'll be sure to mention that when if I ever review this toy. Um, but yeah, so those are three that are really cool. There was a few others, but they were more the gimmicky based stuff, but that didn't really transform, or they were the flip changers. They have kind of a Hot Wheels kind of a gimmick that's been going on with the tail end of the Rescue Bot stuff the past like 6 months or so, even in retail right now. So those ones are a little less Transformers, a little more just kind of a early play school Hot Wheels kind of track gimmick.
Yeah, and then
So
isn't there also like a pullback, like
oh, there's a
since
few of those. Well, yeah, they do transform in a sense that if you just stand up the car, now it's transformed. You
well,
know,
no, no,
like
I
it has
mean
a
the little I guess it's like a eraser. Where you like you pull it back on the ground and you let it go and it goes forward.
yeah, and it just goes forward. And there's a lot of that right now. They have a whole bunch of different sets that are available, and so they just like revealed like, oh, here's the Blur one. Here's
Mm.
the some of the other pullback ones which use Heat Wave, and the other one uses again. I think the other one uses what do you call it, skids.
Okay,
So
okay.
I mean, there's a whole bunch, but I mean, those are nothing really new. It's just hey, there's some new ones. But I just wanted to talk more about these bigger ones because these bigger ones are kind of cool and they actually do transform and light up and awesome accessories.